Today we journey deep into the mystical hills of northeast India, into the world of the Naga people. These lands are home to age-old traditions, where the mountains whisper ancient stories, and the rivers hold the secrets of spirits and men alike. The Naga people, a proud and diverse community, have passed down their folktales for generations. These tales are woven with the fabric of nature itself, filled with magic, mystery, and the delicate balance between the human world and the spirits of the unseen. Today, I bring to you one of their most beloved stories, the tale of Amei Khongjomba, the hunter who dared to love a river spirit. Long ago, in the heart of the Naga hills, where the mountains stand tall and proud, and the forests stretch endlessly, there lived a hunter named Amei Khongjomba. He was a man known far and wide for his unmatched skill with the bow, his strength, and his adventurous spirit. The people of his village spoke of him with admiration, for he could track any beast, no matter how elusive. But even for someone as bold as Amei, destiny had something far greater and far more dangerous in store. One late afternoon, after a long day of hunting in the dense forests, Amei found himself walking along the banks of a wide flowing river. The sun was beginning to set, casting a golden hue over the water, and the forest around him seemed to hold its breath in the calm of twilight. As Amei knelt to quench his thirst by the river, a sound, faint at first, reached his ears. It was a song, hauntingly beautiful, like the melody of the wind on a quiet night. The voice was so captivating. It felt as if it was pulling him, calling him towards the water. Intrigued, Amei stood and followed the sound. As he approached the source of the melody, his heart nearly stopped. There, in the middle of the river, was a woman. No, not just any woman. She was otherworldly, her form shimmering like the water itself. Her dark hair cascaded down her back like a waterfall, and her eyes, deep and endless, seemed to hold the mysteries of the entire river. Amei could not tear his gaze away. He had never seen such beauty in all his life. As he stepped closer, the woman turned towards him. Her voice was soft, but there was power in it, as though the river itself was speaking through her. "Do not come closer, Amei," she said, her voice both a warning and a plea. "I am not of your world. I am a spirit of the river, a being bound to these waters. It is dangerous for you to approach me." But Amei Khongjomba, brave as he was, could not resist. Captivated by the spirit's beauty and the mystery that surrounded her, he stepped into the river. "I have seen many things in these forests," he said, "but nothing as beautiful as you. Let me come closer. Let me know you." For days, Amei returned to the river, seeking the spirit's company. Slowly, she allowed him near. They would talk, laugh, and over time, a deep bond formed between them. Amei, hopelessly in love, one day asked her to be his wife. The river spirit looked at him with sadness in her eyes. "If you wish to marry me, Amei," she said, "you must promise me one thing. You must never, under any circumstances, tell anyone what I truly am. If you do, I will have no choice but to leave you forever." Without hesitation, blinded by his love, Amei swore the oath. For a time, they lived in peace. The river spirit became a mortal woman, and they were blessed with children who were as wild and free as the flowing river. Amei's life had never been happier. His home was filled with laughter, and his love for his wife grew stronger with each passing day. But deep down, Amei carried the weight of the secret he had promised to keep. The knowledge that his wife was a spirit lingered in his mind like a quiet whisper he couldn't shake. Then, one fateful day, a group of men from the village, out of jealousy or perhaps spite, began to mock Amei. They taunted him, questioning his strength, belittling his success. Anger rose like a storm inside him, and in a moment of heated pride, he shouted at them, "You do not know who I am. You think I am like you. My wife is no ordinary woman. She is a spirit of the river, a being beyond your comprehension." As soon as the words left his lips, Amei's heart sank. He had broken his promise. He ran as fast as he could to the river, but when he arrived, his wife stood at the water's edge, her eyes filled with sorrow. "You promised me, Amei," she whispered, her voice breaking. "You swore never to reveal my true nature." Tears streamed down Amei's face as he fell to his knees. "Forgive me," he begged. "I didn't mean it. It was a mistake." But the spirit shook her head. "A promise is a promise. I must return to the waters, and I must take our children with me. You will never see us again." And with those words, she stepped into the river, her body slowly dissolving into the currents, until she was one with the water. Their children followed, vanishing beneath the surface, leaving Amei alone on the riverbank. From that day forward, Amei Khongjomba was a man broken by his own words. He wandered the forest and the riverbanks, calling out for his lost love and children. But the river gave him no answer. It flowed on, as it always had, but now it carried the weight of Amei's sorrow. And so ends the story of Amei Khongjomba, a tale told by the Naga people for generations. It reminds us of the fragile bonds between humans and the spirits of nature, and the power of promises. Once broken, they can never truly be mended. Stay with us as we continue to explore more enchanting stories from the rich folklore of Northeast India, where the mountains, rivers, and forests are alive with the spirits of old.